Hey, what's going on, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to my F1 2018 Fantasy Career Mode here with Alfa Romeo in Motorsport Manager. We're here with round number 15, then the penultimate round at the Brazilian Grand Prix. If you did miss the last one, that was uploaded yesterday, and there definitely were a few little YouTube sub-box issues, I think, looking at Twitter and whatnot, and a few of you in the comments below also saying the notification didn't come through yesterday for the episode. It was a little bit later in the day, UK time, around 9 PM, I think, so if you did miss that, be sure to go check that one out before you see this one there. That was the USA Grand Prix. A bit of a topsy-turvy one, that one. The biggest thing really to take away from that was the fact that Charles got very unlucky at the beginning of that race, and they were just unable to pull it back, really. But we did get some interesting developments in terms of the car, in terms of what we did there. We obviously purchased that brand new engine, which we'll try and do our best to get as high as we can in terms of the points rating before the end of the season. We start looking for next year's car, and we kind of continued on the scouting that we did, and we finished off scouting Fernando Alonso, and I think now we'll see we've also got Ricciardo and Jenson Button both scouted. So Button there is a little bit low morale. If I approach driver, he's interested. So like Alonso, we know from last episode, was considering offers. His morale at an all-time low, although, good points were made in the comments below, which I'll agree with as well, is that he's going to cost a lot. And it wasn't a case of, I'm definitely going to go for Alonso. It was just a case of, I was, teasing that maybe we could go with one of these star drivers. We've got these different possibilities. But equally, someone like Nico Rosberg, 4-star, a little bit younger, but still an older driver. So, it's still on the experience side, but also not too many years left in his tank, but he's a lot cheaper to go with in terms of cost per race potentially. And Daniel Ricciardo, younger driver, but obviously it's kind of midway through for the cost, you would say, between Rosberg and Alonso. But we did have that kind of interview question where he said he would consider offers from us, and he's interested there, even though his morale's at an all-time high with Red Bull Racing. So, we've got these different options, and I think maybe this episode, towards the end, we can maybe look at those things, because if we look back at our drivers right now, we've got 2 months left, so I would say, once that gets to 1 month after this race, I think that's the good time to start putting in offers. Otherwise, we may be a little bit too late to the party. So, considering what we've got going on, I think, personally, at this stage, for me, I really strongly consider putting in offers for Rosberg and Ricciardo and see what kind of deal we can get and sign one of them. I do have a strong preference, though, to keeping Charles Leclerc on. We're probably going to drop Giovinazzi. I might try and sign him on cheap and keep him in the reserve role if we can get that contract really, really cheap there. Because, I have a little soft spot for both these drivers. Obviously, they've been favourites of mine, bringing them into series like my driver quite early on in their careers when not a lot of people knew who they were. And even I didn't really know who they were whilst I was bringing them into my driver 2 years ago now. And so I've kind of got a soft spot for both the drivers. But in the game, we have to remember Giovinazzi's been pretty terrible in this career mode so far. And yes, we're putting all the eggs into one basket now with Leclerc, but that's just common sense of let's put all the best parts to the clearly the better driver, and we can try and get some good points. And obviously last race, Toro Rosso did a decent job of catching us up, so we need to try and make sure we can score some points here at Brazil. And Brazil has generally been a really good race for us in the past. It's been a very nice, aggressive Grand Prix for us. Might be a bit different now, because with Alfa Romeo, we're going for this, conservative route, so it might be different, but I think we're probably going to keep Leclerc. I think that's something I feel strongly about, keeping him, just to try and see if he improves and see where he can get to. And also, he is the man who scored all our points, so it's kind of just loyalty at that kind of basis. But at the same time, if we can't get a good deal for him, then I won't. But I think in terms of offers we're going to put in, at this moment in time, I'm leaning towards Rosberg and Ricciardo. Might just see what Richard Verschure has got going on here, and we'll see what maybe kind of stats he's got. But that's my thinking there. But let's go to higher here. One of you guys, or a few of you guys, were saying that I should really just reject all the people that I don't like. So I'm going to go ahead and reject all these people who are not that great. This guy, 15 on the tyres. I think that's better than anything we've got at the moment. That's better than 2. So I'm going to go ahead and hire him. Hire there, 16k per race. Bonus sign-on fee. We're then going to remove this guy. We're going to swap him first, then we'll fire him. Right, swap there. Did I even make the swap? Yeah, I did. Okay, there we go. Swap there. Right, we're going to fire him because he's really tired, and that's not going to cost us anything. I think that's all fine. I mean, we'll let him get his fatigue up again because he'll be quite... He's actually better than this guy right now. Actually, he's got better stamina, so let's swap him with that. And I think that's the best kind of going. I think that's the best pit crew we got at the moment, and we'll let that kind of we'll let that refresh in the scouting department for the pit crew there. At the moment, what's our pit stop time? It is 2.73. So it did go. I think there was a green arrow there previously. So I think we improved a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So back to the mail. We've got the interview with MVC following the last race. Simple question: which one of your drivers is better? Do I even answer that? I don't think I'm answering that, because that's going to be a bit rude and mean, so I'm not answering that. Marketability's gone down by 10%. Okay, I'd rather that than, you know, just hang one of my drivers out to dry. I'm that kind of manager, okay? I like to run a kind ship. Although, yes, I'm making Gio angry at the moment by giving Leclerc most of the parts. Publicly, I like to be a kind manager. In private, maybe a different story. But that was the public. That was an interview. But let's move forward then. So the engine's being built, so really the only thing we're focusing on is the car being repaired and what's going on with that. So let's have a quick look at what we got going on. I think I'm kind of all good with where it is. Yeah, I'm good with improving all these parts. The front wing, the rear wing, suspension, brakes. Obviously, then we'll kind of focus on the engine once that gets built. But pretty much, I think that's pretty much all the kind of duties that I've got until the Brazilian Grand Prix, I think. All right, got an email here from Nicholas. I know it might seem a luxury item, but a helipad would actually be a great boom to our team when we're attempting to sign the best sponsorship deals. I've spoken to representatives of a few top companies, and they seem willing to touch us with a what the hell? What? None of them seem... Okay, I've read that completely wrong. None of them seem willing to touch us with a barge pole unless their CEO has somewhere to land a chopper. Right. Helipad. How much is that going to cost us, though? Is it a lot? It's not that much, actually. I can spare that much. I mean, I've spent that much on three pit crew mechanics. So, yeah, go on. Why not? New helipad? Yeah, let's go for it. Build in 6 weeks will allow us to get the five-star sponsors, which obviously in the future, you know, growing the team into, you know, what I hope is going to be a road to the champion sort of career mode here. You know, we're going to need that 5-star sponsorship ability. So, yeah, why not? New helipad then. Yeah. Why not? So here we go then to the Brazilian Grand Prix, though. So perfect timing. Not too long to wait. So we've got a little report, though, on the race. We've got 32 laps, 35% chance of rain. Let's have a look here. At the moment, no rain forecast, but never know. 35% definitely is enough. Ferrari should have an edge, apparently, with good suspension. So suspension is going to be important. Should kind of say that on the calendar thing. Yes, suspension, engine, and rear wing. Might struggle a little bit because we've not really improved too much of those areas. But, hey-ho. Warning, I have an injured driver. Dodgy neck. Oh, I didn't even realize that. I just saw that as like a trait thing. I didn't think that was a serious issue that Gio had. Neck issues, dodgy neck. Does that decrease... That lowers fitness by 10. Right, so what's his fitness right now? Is it like nothing? Can I view driver details? What's his fitness like? It's 4. Right, so it was 14. It's now 4. What's Charles? 14 as well. Right, okay. Do we stick in the reserve? Or do we just go with Gio with a cranked up neck? I mean, how good is our reserve driver? I mean, he's actually just the same star level almost as Gio. Compare driver. Can I compare him to Gio? Here we go. Right, he's got worse braking, worse cornering. He's got worse everything. I think I can safely say. Apart from fitness right now. And he's got better focus, apparently. And he's a fun runner. It's all for charity. Marketability. Right. Do we bring in the reserve guy? Or are we looking at risking Gio? I think, should we just risk Gio? Right, going quite medium with every tyre. We're gonna screw it. We're gonna keep Gio, and also we've had an update on the weather. It's now apparently going to be slightly raining in practice, or heavy rain there. Clear in qualifying, and the race all clear. So maybe practice can be a little bit useless. Fit parts. Let's bring in this. Okay, we need to add the new front wing. Add that on there. We give that one to Gio. Everything else is in order, I believe. Yes, it is. Right. Okay, we're going with Gio with an injury. I don't know, really. I don't know if that's going to be the I mean, the star ratings... There's nothing in it there on the star rating, but the stats are so much different. Should we just... You know what? He didn't perform last race. He's not going to get points probably anyway. May as well stick in this guy. So I'm going to say leave at home and bring the reserve driver. So, yeah, go on, mate. Temporary driver, Lorandi. Let's go with you, mate. Let's go. Do it, you know, do it for the Italians. You know, it's your home team. Let's do it. Let's go. Screw it. Right, going with a bit of random setup, to be honest. We're just going to take a stab into the dark and take practice here. Right, send them straight out. The new man here, let's see how he does in terms of his feedback. I think he's got the same exact feedback rating as Leclerc. So, I think we're going to have a very difficult practice session, actually, potentially. Not only with the rain there, which actually I forgot about until just looking at it now, but also just both of them maybe being a bit bipolar in terms of what they want in terms of a car. We're going to go for soft tire knowledge as per usual, the hardest compound. It looks like it should be an easy one stop with soft to the ultra soft tires. So we could be looking at using the fastest tire actually at the end of the race on lower fuel, which could be very, very tasty. We'll have to see, but for sure, starting as per usual, probably the race on the hardest tire. But I need to bring them in now at the end of the lap, and we'll see the feedback here. As I said, a bit of a stab in the dark in terms of the setup, so this might be horrendous, or it could be kind of a good guess. Let's see. It's pretty meh, but yeah, we'll work on it. But both of them clearly in the same mindset of they don't really know where to go with anything, do they? Right, track's getting damp. We're going to bring them in anyway because we need to do this setup, but the rain's going to start to fall down, so not going to get too much done on the soft tire. There you can see hardly anything done in terms of knowledge, so this isn't going to be a very good one. And we've gone completely the wrong way there with Charles, and we've gone the somewhat okay way with Lorandi. All right, going to send him out on inters because the rain is coming down, so no point going out on softs now. And let's really try and fix this now. I completely went backwards, basically. Right, they're both coming in. We've got 2 excellents and a great there for Lorandi, so his setup's actually good. Once again, even with the guy in the same feedback rating, Leclerc bipolar as ever with the setup. You can see that water's coming down, but it's going to come back up, so very frustrating session in terms of we'll probably get 1 useless knowledge of intermediates, and we won't even cross maybe level 3 for race trim, so thoroughly difficult practice session this is proving to be. Go for some quick laps on the soft tires in this little tiny period of dry or kind of less damp in practice, and just try and maybe squeeze in level 1 if we can. If we could, that would be quite cheeky, but I don't think that's possible because you can see the rain is going to go even worse than, or kind of the same as it was before in the session. So, no, it's going to go worse. Yeah, it's going to go much worse. Actually, it's going to go nearly to full heavy rain once it starts raining literally half a lap's time. But I don't know. I think I'll keep them out here. Maybe just tick over to level 1. I mean, level 1's going to be better than nothing. So, even the damp conditions, that bar's slowed down now. Yeah, that's useless now. We're not going to get any knowledge on the tyres. Brilliant. Wow, that's a difficult session. That is a difficult practice session to navigate. May as well try and get intermediate then, just in case. Maybe I'm going to now actually pray a little bit that there is some rain in the race so we can actually use the tyre knowledge we have. Because that's the only tyre knowledge we'll get in this session right now. And we might only just about, by the skin of our teeth, get to race trim level 2. Right, level 1 intermediates acquired, and we will get level 2 on the race trim. And that is going to round out a frustrating practice session, and onwards to what can only probably be another frustrating qualifying session. As expected, though, Lorandi's pretty much doing what I expected. That would probably be where Giovinazzi would be at, usually. So, yeah, I'm not too kind of disheartened by the decision I made to bring him in for the 1 race. Right, qualifying time. We're going to send Leclerc out straight away on the Ultra Softs. No rain at the moment, so we'll give a little bit of a gap, and we'll do both of them manually and try and get the best we can. I feel like it's only, kind to try and do that with the new boy here. Try and give him the best shot that we can by doing it manually to try and get it perfect. Although, to be fair, the computer's kind of beaten me twice now with Gio before. But let's try and get this spot on. So bring down the brakes, bring the tyres up. Come on. Right, we're in a decent window here. Perfect. There we go. That's what I like to see. And as he crosses the line, there's a bit of space here maybe for the newbie. Lorandi, there's a bit of space, I think. I'm trying to come out. There we go. That's exactly where I want to come out. So we're pretty decent. Right, speed that up. Don't get overtaken by the Renault, please. And keep ahead because we've got a bit of clean track ahead of us right here where we are. But we probably will be overtaken by the Renault, to be fair, once we slow down here to try and bring the tyre temps back down. So that's going to be a little bit annoying, maybe. I don't know. Or we're going to hold up the Renault. Maybe just hold him up. No, we're going to get overtaken. But anyway, bring this down. Bring this down. Right, come on. Come on. Ooh, perfect and overheated. Like 2 pixels or something away from getting that perfect with the new guy. Right, anyway, what's Leclerc done? He's 4th, he's 1.5 off. I can't tell if that's good. I mean, Van Dorn's gone slower, so that's a positive sign. Right, let's speed this up. Let's see what the Lorandi does. Let's see. Across the line, and it is... You know what? 2/10 off right now. In the first time he's in the car. Not bad, actually. If that was real life for F1, you would say that's a decent attempt, you know, just getting stuck into the car, having to get really used to it, you know, just within a practice session. I would say that's decent. So actually, yeah, he's done a decent enough job there. Right, it says the cars come in. Yeah, they're all coming in now. So I'm going to send Leclerc out now. He'll have a nice bit of gap here. And then we'll send out Lorandi a little bit later. Oh, we're crisscrossing across the Ferrari there. Right, speed that up. And we'll do the usual, try and get another perfect. If we can, we're in 16th place at the moment. I'll be very happy if we can get around P16. If we can maybe try and jump Grosjean and Hartley to P14, that would be even better. But we'll see. But let's bring this down here. See if we can get perfect. I think the way to perfect for that last attempt was I kind of let the tyres go way down. And we got to cold, and then I'm bringing them back up a little bit. And so we're in this midway. Perfect and good. Okay, I'll take that. Perfect and good. I'll take that. Right, cars are going out now. There's a few going out. Now we'll send out Lorandi because I think that might be in a little bit of a group of cars not being there. Yeah, just about maybe. Number 22 goes past. There, flies by. Right, although we do have Force India right ahead of us, so I might want to slow this down a little bit. Threading the needle. Leclerc's done 2 greens there. I can see in the corner of my eye. Hopefully that'll be an improvement. He's up into P14, so he's done well there. We're still trying to get some sort of good outlap there. Perfect and overheated, though, for Lorandi. But Leclerc does exactly what I wanted it to do and jumped Hartley and Grosjean. So great stuff there, Charles. Although Sainz jumps up to 7th. Wow, great lap there for the Spaniard in the Renault. Lorandi, though, we're on board with him. He's gone green in the first sector. Is it green in the second? Yes, it is. Right, what are you going to do, young man? You're in P20. Cross the line, and it is P20. Okay, fair enough. So you're 5/10 off at the end of the day from your more experienced teammate who's done 14 rounds in the car. I think that's a solid effort, mate. I think that's a solid effort. Deserves a little clap. Solid effort. But Leclerc, really happy with him. 14th place. Solid. Ahead of both Toro Rossos, Hartley and Gasly, which, of course, that is what we want to do today. We need to try and beat them. Full stop, and then hopefully getting the points to try and build back the gap that they basically completely nearly eroded last episode with Hartley's amazing P6. Right, so here we are to the race. It looks to be all dry, at least on the indicator right now, and I'm going to guess it's going to be all dry. So in terms of what we're going with, we've got race trim, obviously, level 2, but we've gone for the 2 personal traits they've got. Lorandi actually has a level 2 personal trait of removing the red zone from car conditions, so he has no kind of failure zone. You can push right to the end on percentage of the car, and there's no kind of luck involved then of it breaks earlier before you get to 0%. And then for Leclerc, we've got the engine expert, so higher engine modes won't wear out the engine. We've never really had that issue this season. That might come into handy next season, though, when we have poor reliability at the start of the season with the brand new car. Obviously, that's something we haven't had to deal with at all this season so far. In terms of their setups, we're going to go for what we agreed on, the soft tyres. Those go... Well, in Lorandi's case, only maybe max 19 laps. For Leclerc, I think it said around, 21, I think it was. Or 20, right. So, you know, you go about 18, 17 laps there. So you go 18 to around 20 laps. Let's say probably Leclerc can only imagine maybe 19 at a push. Okay, so 19. So then we have about 13 laps left. That's probably enough to then strap on the super softs. Ultra softs, a little bit too much of a push. So we're actually probably looking at softs and super softs actually compared to what I said in practice, maybe with ultra softs there. So I think that's going to be it. Lorandi may have to do 2 stops. Maybe we go more aggressive with him actually from the get-go. Maybe if we're going to do that. Maybe we do 2 sets of super softs and then 1 set. Or just all 3 sets of super softs. Just go all super softs, maybe. I think that might actually be the way to go with him. You know what? Let's try it. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's try that with those 2 and see what comes of it. So we're going to go pushing, usual stuff, and overtake mode. Here we go. Start a race. Let's get into it then. The Brazilian Grand Prix to 5 red lights from P14 and P20 on the grid. 5 red lights of the Brazilian Grand Prix. And oh my god, what a shocking start that was for Leclerc. Wow. Jesus, he just did not move off his grid slot. He's down to P19. A terrible start there for our main man. Right, let's speed this up then and see. Lorandi is going to overtake him, mate. What is this? What was that? Okay, momentary lapse in concentration there for Leclerc. He's now making his way up in what looks like a maze of cars here at the moment. And he's only in P19. Lorandi in 21st, trying to go around the outside of a Sauber there. Leclerc's got ahead of Alonso, but at the moment, I think one of the Toros's... No, both Toros's are ahead of us. Hartley's had a stonking start. Hartley's back up into the top 10 again in PA. He's going to do another USA and be in the top 10 at the end of this thing. That would be a nightmare for us. Right, let's watch the tyre temps then. Let's bring these back down and watch those. Hopefully the tyre temps are going to go down. I don't think they actually might do with Brazil. So let's go conserve here and bring them down. We're going to go to high fuel mixture now. We're on auto here. Let's put that on auto there. And now we'll start to manage this race. But Leclerc in P16 now, although just overtaken by Gasly. And Lorandi in P20. Hartley in P10. So hopefully he'll just slowly slip out of the points. But he's the highest man on soft tyres. So we need to try and catch him if we can. Right, we're gaining on Gasly once again. We gained 1.3 from the previous lap we just did. We used a bit of ERS hit there. We're going to do the same thing with Lorandi, who's up into 19th place at the moment. Chasing down Fernando Alonso. So that's quite a task to do for the young Italian. At the moment, he's just behind. Maybe if you use ERS now around the final bends as we come through now. Use it down this straight. Maybe try and close up on Alonso if we can. Nope, we actually get overtaken there. Meanwhile, Leclerc is still behind Gasly then in P15, although he's right up his gearbox. He has a better chance maybe than Lorandi. Let's use a bit of ERS here. Come on. Down the straight round the outside there. Pierre, is it going to work there? Oh, it's a wonderful move for Leclerc, although Gasly comes back. So a lovely little ding-dong battle then with Leclerc and Gasly. But ultimately, he's unable to do anything, and we are overheating the tyres again, so we need to bring that back down. Oh, he's made it, though. He's made it down the inside again. He's kind of being overtaken by Grosjean, maybe, but he's tried to fight back. Use another bit of ERS here, so this is quite a nice battle shaping up between Leclerc and Gasly. We're on the same set of tyres. You know, both Toro Rossos have gone for the same strategy here, so we're really fighting, you know, tongue to tongue at this point in the race. And at the moment, we are losing. Hartley's in P9, so he would get 2 points, which is quite crucial. A lot more crucial than it sounds. So a little bit worried at the moment that we're not really making as much progress as I hoped. Meanwhile, Lorandi is now behind Van Dorn as well, which is not ideal. Let's wait for the final bend, and then I'll use ERS as we come round then. Right, ERS it down the straight. Can we make an overtake maybe? No, the Sauber's going to battle, go side by side with Verlaine Eriksson. And he's going to stay put there, unfortunately. Right, Leclerc, still 14th place, behind Gasly. But the tyre wear, I think by like a pixel, is better than Gasly at the moment. So that's the only thing that's boding well for me in terms of... I think we can maybe go longer than Gasly in this race. And Magnussen, meanwhile, is struggling on ultra soft. So we go past him as he comes to the pits. We're trying to stay ahead of that Grosjean behind on super soft tyres. We're up into P9, though. And now Lorandi will probably be wanting to come in about 2 laps time, I would say. Maybe 3 laps if we can push it, if we can help it. I would like to think we can help it. So let's go medium here. And we'll try and conserve this and stretch this stint out if we can here in 17th place. Meanwhile, for Leclerc, still on this conservative and high strategy, which is working well at the moment. He's gone 7/10 faster than his previous laps. That bodes well. We are catching Gasly now. He's maybe wearing out his tyres a bit more than you'd want to. And you can see that's what I'm talking about. You might not be able to see it on the video, but I can see it quite clearly by peering in a little bit closer to my screen. It's like just about the same level, but I feel like Leclerc's just got that tiny pixel more tyre wear in the tank, maybe. Right, I'm going to try and overtake Gasly now by doing the overtake mode on the engine. It's going to burn a lot of fuel here with Leclerc, and it's actually not going to work. I've fast-forwarded there, and he's actually gone backwards now, somehow. Tyre temps are coming back to a decent point, so I'll go neutral in overtake mode now, and we'll use ERS down this straight. Come on, man. We're really burning a lot of fuel here, so you need to be making this overtake now. Go back to high. I can't afford to be in overtake mode for that long because look at that now. We're minus 1.2 now. And now we're going to push in with Lorandi and pit in this lap. Park conditions fine. Recharge the battery 100%. Tyre choice can be super sauce. Pit strategy will go for a risk and go fast. And he's going to push in. Meanwhile, with Leclerc, he's still trying to catch Gasly. Unable to do it so far as Gasly. Oh, there we go. Leclerc past Gasly there. He is past him. Come on, push off. No, he's going side by side. Overtake mode. Come on, ERS it as well. Get away from him and get ahead of him, man. Yes, there we go. Okay, minus 1.6. We'll go on high and neutral there for Lorandi. We'll go neutral. We'll go medium to try and save some fuel. He's in 24th. I don't know if there was a mistake there. I was too busy commentating on Leclerc and Gasly to see if there was an issue for him. I hope not, but we're up to lap 14 here, so about 5 laps to go then, and we'll be pitting him with Leclerc. So keep on going, man. We're doing a decent job here in P8. Just got to keep on chugging. Right, Ocon's going to try and overtake us, and I reckon Ocon will have us here. He's on super softs, though, so let's not get too disheartened if he comes and overtakes us. Although Gasly's just used that to his advantage, and he's coming and overtaking us. ERS here. Come on, use a bit. Come on. Ah, no. Bloody hell, this is infuriating. Right, Gasly's going to pit. We're not going to join him. We've got enough tyre to go one more lap, I reckon, and really push on this next lap. So we'll be pitting in lap 16, that'll mean. And I think that will have to be another set of soft tyres then for Leclerc. So let's go all out attack now. And we're going to pit in at the end of this lap now. Pit in. And we'll go another 16 laps and softs right to the end of the Grand Prix. That will be perfect timing, but not exactly what I wanted. But hey-ho, we'll go for the risk. We'll go to fast pit stops. Let's put faith in our team. And we'll use ERS off the final corner once we come around that bend right about now. No. Okay, still got a few more corners left. I can look at the map. Right, there we go. Use all that into the pit lane now. Right, I can't remember. I didn't see the delta time if Leclerc gained a lot of time there, but he's had a good pit stop, and he is just ahead of Gasly. Great, awesome. Right, save fuel. That's the name of the game now. Save fuel, and try and keep some fuel for the end of this race. Right, Gasly's closing in right now on lap 20 with 12 laps to go around the final few turns here on lap 20. I'm going to use some ERS now as he boosts through here, down the straight, go back to auto there, so push away there. That gained us 3/10 up into P14. Where is Hartley now? Hartley's on P9. How's his tyres looking? He'll be going to the end as well, and he's really conserving them quite a bit. Oh, I really need Hulkenberg, who's just there. Hulk, please. Nico or Sainz. Sainz, he did so well on quali. You need to go and overtake Hartley, mate. Please, please go and overtake him. Meanwhile, Lorandi is in P17, to be fair. Only 2 places down. 3 places down from Leclerc. But he's going to make another pit stop, remember? Whereas Leclerc is not. So, yeah, I mean, he's kind of there and not there in this race. I've not really concentrated too much on him, I'll admit. But, you know, he's got a lot of ERS, actually. So, yes, let's use a bit down this main straight here. We're going quite slowly on the replay, but use auto now. I'm trying to bring the tyre turns down a little bit. Try and bring them to a decent working range. Right, lap 23. Leclerc still just ahead of Gasly there. Hartley's up into P7, which is very worrying. Very, very worrying. I think the Toro Rosso, you know, the Toro Rosso is a better car than us. It's difficult here. Perez at the moment. Perez is in first at the moment. Wow, crazy. Meanwhile, Randy, where are you at? Right, I think we're going to probably pit you in very soon, mate. Very soon. Maybe this lap. I think this lap. Let's use all the ERS here. Let's pit you in this lap. Right, super sauce. Park condition is a little bit iffy. Right, recharge. Fast pit stop. Right, you're going to come in this lap, mate, and that'll be see you to the end. And that's going to be pretty much the end of us focusing on you. Because we'll focus back on Leclerc, who is just about keeping ahead of Gasly still. But the fuel issue is still there. And I go back to what I've said in the previous couple of episodes. I really feel like Leclerc's fuel mixture at the moment, or fuel gauge, is a little bit glitchy. I'm not going to lie, because it's very kind of, it just sticks. It's a bit sticky on the number, and it'll sometimes just go down in a flash in terms of when I'm on low fuel or something like that. So it's very annoying, actually. I've noticed it in the last 2 episodes where I put it to overtake mode, and it'll shoot up from like 0.6 to minus 1.2 in a flash, and then it will sort of maybe do the same thing when I'm low fuel, but not always. But it always goes in a flash when I'm doing higher fuel mixture, which is just very annoying. Meanwhile, Hartley's in bloody 6th again. How is this guy doing it? The Toro Rosso car must be so good, because both these drivers, we know from Pierre's rating that these guys are worse than Leclerc and Gio. The Toro Rosso car must be a very good car. Because how is he doing this in sit? What is his strategy? Data center. Where is... Let's have a look. Where's Hartley at? Where's Hartley at? Brendan Hartley. What have you done, man? Right. Where did you pit? I can't even see you on the bloody map here. Let's take you off here. Right, Hartley. He started here. He was... Right, Hartley. Started in 15th. On lap 1, he got up to 8th. Okay, fair play. Got a very good start. Then he went down a little bit, and he just kept on going in ninth. So that was all to do with his start. A fantastic start for him. Then he, just kept going and going and going. And he made his pit stop when? On lap 17. 1 lap later than me. But he had basically kept P8 because of that good start. And he's just carried that forward. If Leclerc hadn't had that poor start, if he had a good start as well, we really would be there. The starts haven't been amazing the last couple episodes with Leclerc, I'm not going to lie. The perk hasn't really worked, has it? Right, I'm going to go low fuel mixture here. Around this bend, use ERS, conserve the tyres, back it up. Right, 4 laps remaining, and fuel is a bit dire at the moment. With minus 0.3 with Lorandi, he's going down rapidly on the fuel. But the tyre pace is okay-ish. Where is he on track? He's coming down. I think that's him. Yeah, that's him. So I'll ERS soon for him. Meanwhile, with Leclerc, fuel's minus 0.4. Oh, Grosjean's crashed. Grosjean's crashed. Leclerc goes slowly. Oh, Gasly use ERS. We're going to use ERS to counteract there. So we have ERS battles there between Gasly and Leclerc. And we're going to just about be in P11. Oh, actually, hang on. We're in P11. We're only 1 off points, but Hartley's still in P6. God damn it, man. God damn it. All right, we got the Renault passes. Sainz. He's on super softs. Sainz, Massa, Hulkenberg, Ocon. Would you all be dear? Ricardo even. Would you all be dears and just please overtake Hartley? Because he is going. I don't want to be funny. He's backing up and he's on neutral. How is he still ahead of all these guys in faster cars? Higher engine modes, clearly. At the moment, most of them are backing up at this point of the Grand Prix, though. All of them on a higher fuel mixtures than he was. How there's a conspiracy theory here. Look at them all in sync, doing the same thing. They're all rooting for Hartley. They're all wanting him to come P6. What is this? Right, we're going to go full out attack mode now. I feel like Gasly's also on that. Or no, he's not. He's actually on backup, but it's the final lap. So we may as well go pretty much full out attack. We're just about on the fuel now, so we're going to go medium there. We're going to go high with Lorandi, use the ERS there. May as well go full out attack for him, to be honest. And, I've really not looked at his race. I'll put my hand up. I haven't really bothered with him. I mean, he's just a reserve driver, so no one cares. Right, auto, push on. We've really pushed away from Gasly. We extended the gap by about 2 seconds there to Gasly, but it's going to mean nothing because this man, the New Zealander, is coming home in P6. God damn you, Brendan Hartley. God damn you. God damn you, sir. Across the line, P12. It would be a solid race, actually. But bloody Hartley, what is it? What is he? Is he on crack? Is the Toro Rosso on crack? Have all these guys been paid off by Franz Tost? It baffles me how he's got P6. Really does. Really baffles me. Although you could probably say the same thing about when I got P3 at Japan. But you know what? I want to be pissed off, goddammit. That's infuriating. We're going to be behind Toro Rosso now. It's still going to be better than our objective for the season, so I can't be too annoyed at it. But, I felt so good overtaking Toro Rosso, and now this. We are 8 points behind them. So we need a fantastic race. We need at least, like P5 to overtake them in the next race? That's not happening. So let's just revel in P8, probably. That's not the spirit, but, yeah, it feels like it. That's, I mean, all in all, like I said, if it wasn't for Hartley, I would have said that's a decent Grand Prix for us. P12, difficult circumstances with the fuel, for sure. That was a real big issue. I was basically on low fuel for about 10, 12 laps there at the end. So that was a very difficult race on fuel for our car, especially for Charles. So I would say all in all, that was a great race for him, but just with Hartley there. But nonetheless, guys, if you have enjoyed it, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. In the next episode, we've got Vissure scouted here. He's not that great, but obviously he's approachable. But in the next episode, the last episode of the season, we'll probably start the episode maybe with trying to do some offers, because we'll basically have 1 month. We do have 1 month right now left on their contract. So next episode, we'll start it off with driver transfers potentially by putting in some deals. And we'll make that quite a long episode because we'll do all that stuff, which will take a bit of time because we're going to have to figure out what kind of deals people want. Whether it's, Alonso, Button, Ricardo, any of these guys. And then we will go to the Doha Grand Prix. But that'll be for the next episode, guys. So till then, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you guys next time.